Hello everybody to this course about modern C++ 11. In this course I'm going to present you a very interesting features of C++ 11, which is lambda expression. So as a as a features of C++ 11, lambda expression can give us the ability to write a very clear code to replace the whole writing, the whole function code, and so in this course I'm going to answer some interesting question about lambda and how to define it and when you should use it, and how to capture lambda expression variables, and give you a very global and very complete practice examples, so you can do the you can use lambda expression in your code in the future. So what is a lambda expression? Yeah, the lambda expression allow us to write function which can be used for short snippet of code that are not going to be reused and not worth renaming. This is the definition, and for simply to explain you simply the mechanism, it's just when you want to do some local processing of data, and you need to create another function to create this process data, and you can never reuse this function. This is the need, and lambda expression give you the ability to do this. So you can the syntax is so simple. You just have the close capture and the return and the definition of the processing data. So when you should use it, you should use lambda expression when you don't need to define a function to reuse. It's like when you define inline function in for example in C language. So you don't need to create for example a class, and to implement the function you just, because this function you cannot reuse it for multiple time. So use lambda for this. Lambda expression variables capturing, so you can lambda expression we can capture variables, external variables, by reference or by value, or both of them. So the syntax is so simple. Between brackets you introduce the data type or reference, or both of them. So yeah, now it's time for some practice examples. So I prepared here a code for different cases. So before lambda expression there was this problem of for example here I created a struct, and inside an operator, we define the operator to do the processing of data, and inside the function, when I process the data, and I should create an instance of this struct, and to pass the function or the operator function to the for std for each. So in this example, this is how we can do it before lambda, and even that it is not convenient, and it's not working. For example, if we want to do some processing data inside the vector, we cannot. So here, for example, use the lambda. It's so simple. In the func2, we can use just a lambda and pass an external variables element, and doing whatever we want with the element. And for example, here I multiply each element by I multiply each element of the vector by an external variables element, and I pass it by reference. So as you see, it is so simple as before, and for sometimes the compiler can't, for example, deduce the return data type, and This is why I created the function tree. So here, if for example the compiler can't deduce the data type automatically, we should mention the type. For example, here I mentioned float. So here I call each function, and for example the external value for the function 2 I pass 2, and for the function 3 I pass 1. You see here, for example, for the function 2, I didn't specify the return type, and the compiler deduced the compiler type, the result return type. But in, for example, if I pass the int each time, I can get the same result. But I should, for example, pass 1 as a float, as a parameter, so I can see that so the compiler can deduce automatically that I'm weighting a float and not an integer. So this is the result of the code. So for example, the first treatment, we can't access the items, and for the second we access the items and it gives the result, and for the second one it gives us the result by multiplying by 3 1. Here we multiply each element by 2, and the compiler deduced the data type as I didn't mention the return data type, but it reduced it. The compiler understand what I'm waiting for. Um, so this is just an example of different cases. So there is other examples you can try, and if you have question, please put it in the comment. And thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.